So what's going on, y'all, man? I'm just had to bring this to y'all, man. I ain't did no video in a while. I know, my bad, but I wanted to come in here and drop something on y'all real quick today. You know what I'm saying? Just wondering, are the feds trying to infiltrate hip hop through podcasts and through these podcasters such as Adam 22, Vlad TV? There's a few other ones out there, but DJ Academics. There's a few other out there, and we're gonna get into all of that. Excuse me. We're gonna get into all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those that do watch this. I appreciate y'all very much. And man, we're gonna run it up this year and try to really make this a continuous thing. But as y'all see, I like to touch on things like infiltration within our culture because I love the culture, man, and I'm a part of the culture, and so because of that, I, um, I feel like, I sit back and I watch certain things. I see certain things, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm watching the podcast and how these podcasts is going, and the people that's being able to come into these podcasts and do their thing, and the people that's, just a lot of people that's even coming through these motherfuckers is kind of boggling me, right? So you got a lot of people coming through this podcast game right now. They're making starting podcasts and doing podcasting. But what really made me do this video was a Poetic Flacco. This is the reason why I'm doing this video. It's two reasons. Poetic Flacco though really made me is the reason why I'm doing this video because a lot of people, if y'all watch Adam 22, No Jumper, one of the dopest podcasts. I'm gonna shout out No Jumper. Adam 22 got one of the dopest podcasts out. All the people that's on it to me is dope. T Rail, AD. Sharp, man, you know what I mean? I've been actually seeing Sharp for a long time just because of other things, man. Rest in peace to my brother Michael Maroy, Too Real TV. So if anybody know, that's the world everybody come from. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but yeah, shout out to Sharp too. Uh, so with Sharp and AD and House Shoes and Adam and all these dudes got backgrounds that I'm sure that you can kind of go and look into, especially AD and Sharp. I know for sure Sharp's background is solid. So, and I'm sure AD's is too because moving around LA, you can't just move like that. But anyway, Poetic Flacco, though. So I seen the story about Poetic Flacco and how he got to No Jumper. He sent Adam a message and he said, hey, uh, um, pretty much he sent him a message and he caught his eye. But Poetic Flacco went through Fresh and Fit to learn how to supposedly do this. He said he bought a thing from Fresh and Fit, and Fresh and Fit showed him how to do this. Well, the reason why I'm touching on that is because the guy from Fresh and Fit, not the African, but the other individual is actually a federal agent himself, a retired federal agent from 2020. I don't believe federal agents retire either. I just believe that's bullshit. I believe he got caught and they were putting his information out there and he had to save face. He had to say, yeah, I was that, and this is the reason why I stopped doing that, because he never came out and said, look, his whole look, Fresh and Fit, the podcast of Fresh and Fit was going off of the energy of Kevin Samuels, but they were doing it in a street manner. So if you would have heard these dudes talking, you would have absolutely thought not maybe they were street, but that they was some square, like maybe like had some street niggas around them, or but I mean I could tell they were squares, but they looked like some square cats with a little bit of like some game, right? So when it came out, dude was the police. I'm like, oh hell no, he the feds, not the police, the feds. And look how many people went down there and sat with him, including DJ Academics. He went and sat down there with them and sat on their show, right? One of the most so Poetic Flacco got his game from the Fresh and Fit camp to go to get him to Adam 22. This is a nobody from North Dakota, mind you. If you're from the streets, you check people's backgrounds. Who the fuck is? And Adam's not a street dude, but he's dealing with street shit, and he has to use the discernment of the guys that's around him. But can they really trust Adam to not bring to them a federal agent? And I'm watching to see how this shit play out because I've been watching just to see how it play out. Is they gonna bring him back or is they just gonna say, man, you got to go, man? Because some shit just came up about this dude and how he was getting down, right? And happened to be getting down on Dr. Umar Johnson and his movement, and he had a whole spiel and all that shit. But see, I'm not a nigga that's like I'm like this, man. I look at it for what I try to look at shit for face value. You know what I'm saying? So, what if Flacco got his understanding of this podcast shit and is studying Fresh and Fit? Fresh and Fit is the fucking police. Strike one. Strike two. So, that's the Adam 22 situation and that's sitting down there in LA, right? So they sit down there in Los Angeles doing this shit, getting all these LA gang members involved, and a lot of people coming up through there, man. So, what's the surveillance situation on that and how they surveilling them brothers, man, and what's really going on, you know what I mean? So that's just number one, right? Number two, let's go to the East Coast with it. Let's go to New York with it. Out there in the East Coast, you got DJ Academics actually didn't get his start from New York. He got his start from Chicago, fucking with the Chicago niggas and reporting on them, and kind of changed they scene a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people who know that I don't know if people understand socially engineering things, but DJ Academics is kind of instrumental in helping socially engineer the Chicago drill rap music. Not only that, he opened the lane for New York to start doing it because they start doing the shit. So much so that they start emulating Chicago, which is very sad to me. Shout out New York, though, man. Shout out New York niggas, man. I fuck with New York. I love New York. So that's another thing on there, right? And then, so you got DJ Academics over there poking the bear on the East Coast, fucking with the street niggas, and he's not a street nigga. Now, mind you, all these dudes done came out. Academics, certified bitch nigga, Flacco, admit it. These niggas ain't street niggas. Now, I'm not saying that they not gonna get down with a motherfucker if they put into, anybody up. We don't know what they gonna do. They might get down. And I'm gonna say this: if they the feds, they getting down. They've been trained to. They also been trained to deceive and trick you. Let me say this. Nothing I'm saying is matter of fact. Also, let me say that. I'm just going off of what I see as a nigga from the street, and I've been in the street and I'm seeing some shit, and none of these dudes look familiar to the type of niggas we would be giving information to. So why are they getting information? It's my thing, right? And the people like the niggas is being reckless in the industry right now. That street niggas that's around the industry allowing certain things to even be said or even be conversated about, on this here internet. I still don't got a clubhouse. I don't want to listen to that shit. I don't want to listen to a bunch of niggas in a fucking chat room talk chatty patty bullshit. That shit fake to me is weak. It's not what we come from. You know what I'm saying? So and everybody don't come from the same background. Let's get that straight. We don't all come from the same background. But the streets is the streets, and we all understand that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Academics ushered in and helped push 6ix9ine, right? He helped push that 6ix9ine movement. So much so that when 6ix9ine got out of jail, he's the one who's trying to give him back his shine. It's not everybody else. Say Cheese ain't interviewing 6ix9ine. Motherfucking Adam ain't interviewing 6ix9ine. Goddamn it, we as gang, ain't nobody fucking with 6ix9ine except Academics. Now, let me flip this up for you because I want to make sure that we stay on course when I say what I'm saying. What he admitted, he's a bitch nigga. So maybe he's just a bitch ass nigga. He don't care about the street shit. He don't care about the politics of the streets or none of that. Cool, because he's really not a street nigga. He doesn't have to care about the politics. And so him hanging with 6ix9ine, the rat, he don't got to care about the politics. But hip hop is of the streets, and so because of that, he should care about the politics. As thus, some of us from hip hop and the streets do give a fuck about the politics. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. That's, where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it like this. It's a cold little game, right? I look at it like this though. What do we, how why are we letting these niggas in? Why are we letting all these different people in and shit? You know what I'm saying? That just causing confusion and commotion. You know what I'm saying? Granted, let me say this about DJ Academics. DJ Academics is a great podcast host, and he has a great show, dope show. So that go without saying. But so do Adam. But are they built for that? Because a lot of shows sometimes are built for that, and this is the internet, and these people, once again, not accusing them specific gentlemen of being police or anything like that, or even maybe not even knowing that these things is going on around them, or not aware of what COINTELPRO and all that is and how that works, right? And that they'll send somebody in there to infiltrate the situation. You know what I mean? Uh, and so I'm just saying, those of us who love the culture of hip hop, but also respect the culture of the streets that a lot of us come from. For those of us who know what's going on, we got to be more. People got to be more on top of this. This is why I'm doing videos about this, and I'm not doing videos about the latest, this and that. Because my thing is the latest, this and that is what's really happening. Are we being socially engineered to believe that this is the latest, this and that? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So that's why I'm touching on it. We got to be careful who's giving us information, where we taking it from, and so like there's some people in the industry right now that I personally think are feds or compromised, and there's people that's been there before that I feel like was the police and compromised too. You know what I'm saying? Um, and if you look around right now, you'll see it. But whack, he was just a manager a few years ago. Nobody dude, man, straight manager. Punch Stitches, the white dude Stitches, and then if anybody remember, he punched Stitches. Stitches got cool with him, and he said, "I'm a managing." Go look that up. He said he was gonna manage Stitches after he punched him. So was that a publicity stunt? Because now Stitches is gone, and if y'all go follow his story in itself is crazy. Little young white dude from Miami who done got himself fucked up in the game, who was not no game, got himself fucked up in the game. Did he go and hit did the feds get on him? Did the feds get on him in the game? And mind you, the game was being investigated for the female. So like I said, all kind of shit could have played out in this here when the feds get involved, right? I'm speculating. I'm not saying matter of factly. I'm speculating, but I'm watching how these people move. Whack, dude, whack. I come from honor, man. So I come from honor, man. And so when you come from honor, you say, you come from integrity. Well, the integrity honor spot from the street world, right? You like, I ain't fucking with nothing that ain't street. I don't see. I'm from the outside looking in. I don't see no money in 6ix9ine because the streets ain't fucking with the people. Don't fuck with 6ix9ine. So I don't see no money in 6ix9ine. So I would automatically think that this is a bad investment. And then I have to also take in consideration what my integrity is. Do I put down my integrity and hang with a snitch and promote a snitch? Do I put down my integrity to promote snitches and niggas that openly disrespect real niggas? No, I couldn't do that unless I was compromised. What was up for grabs that, these people got a lot to lose sometimes. So when somebody come knock on their door, boom, 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 hey, dude, I see you got a lot to lose. You can either fly or, bitch, I can squash you now. What you want to do? Our motherfuckers want to fly, man, by any means necessary. Some people get to thinking, well, I only got one life. I don't know, I did this, and this to motherfuckers. Might as well take that. You know what I mean? So I'm just peeping it for what it is. But I do believe that the feds is crawling around heavy, heavy, heavy in the world of music and all that. I believe the feds is definitely crawling around heavy, and I believe that podcasting is the perfect thing for them to crawl around in and infiltrate, because see, different from the conversation of music. When people jump on these podcasts, they get to talking the street shit like dummies, and they get to giving out information. Now the feds can watch all day; they can watch all day. But what we all know, if anybody who's been in them circles or been around the circles, it ain't about what's being said on camera; it's about what's being said off camera. You know what I'm saying? What the conversation being kicked off camera is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's when you get a motherfucker vulnerable, because they know they coming to sit in front of a camera. They know that part, and then you get a motherfucker like, man, shit, ain't nobody been fucked over because they came and fucked with us, but we don't know that. We don't know what has been done. You know what I'm saying? Until it's done. So I was putting that out there, man, for the people to really, check out and listen, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they did. But are they infiltrating? We know they've been here the whole time. Jay Z, the girl with Jay Z, she told on the motherfucker about some bricks. So we know they here, and we know motherfuckers in the industry don't care. So that's just my thing. Either if you're gonna be a street motherfucker, I'm gonna say this right now. If you're gonna be a street motherfucker, man, stay in the streets, man. Don't go to that industry, man, because look, that industry gonna compromise you unless you a demon for real. Unless you a demon, a piece of shit, you don't care, nigga. You just nigga, it don't matter. Go fuck with that shit, man. But telling you now, I seen it with my own two eyes, man. That industry is a wicked thing, man. Rest in peace to my brother, the Jacker, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was showing us it's wicked, man. It's a wicked game, man. Wicked game, man. You know what I mean? And rest in peace to Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And Biggie Smalls, because I believe them was, in my personal opinion, them was hits, man. It's federal hits. Because they couldn't afford for them young brothers to have the voice over the people, man. They had to leave confusion in the game, and they popping up the perfect confusion. And then I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and then I'm gonna get off here. What's up with YG and Tiger in that video? I'm gonna touch on that next. That's gonna be my next video. We're gonna touch on what's up with what was their reason for wearing that, and is there a connection to that and the death of Draco? Think about it. Who knows? Maybe not. Like I said, a lot of shit, man. I'm just a thinker, man. I'm a nigga who love hip hop music. I love rap. I love the art form, and I've been around it, and I've been studying it and fucking with it for so long. Um, I got literally sitting in a lab right now. Y'all don't know, like, but you can't see all this right here is a lab. It's all lab shit. It's all my lab. So you know what I mean. Look, matter of fact, let me turn on the camera. Look, we in the lab. See all the rap photos and all that shit. Me, Jack, and Kick the Sneak right there. These are just album covers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We in the lab. Don't get it fucked up. It's definitely a lab in here. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't. It's. I love hip hop, man. I love this shit. I respect it. But I respect the culture of black people. You know what I mean? This is our culture, and we got to be careful. I feel like people are engineering our culture to do some foul shit, and so I feel like we got to be on top of everybody that come in, and we got to be watching everything that happen. And you got to get people who thinking, because some people are just wanting to be a part of something and they not thinking. You know what I'm saying? And so keep your eyes open, man. Keep your eyes and ears open, right? But believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Straight up, believe half of what you see, none of what you hear. So that's why I keep telling you guys, nothing I say is matter of fact in this video. It's not matter of fact. It's just me observing and asking the question of, is this what's going on? And what we gonna do? How do we check this shit? Because it can't be checked. You know what I'm saying? So man, y'all have a motherfucking good day. Enjoy, man, and Like I said, I'm gonna double back with the video about that Tiger and your boy Tiger and YG in the dress and what it may have to do with Draco. But until in the meantime and in between time, be yourself and don't worry, they can't take that from you.